Hello, my name is Aidan and welcome to another Golf Predictor video tutorial. In this video I shall be looking at the recent cosmetic upgrades to Golf Predictor. To do that, we'll go to the Predictions menu and select the Rankings option. If you do that, you'll be brought to the following page, which as usual I have preloaded on a separate tab. The first main change is that, as you can see there, the data tables have been encased in Twitter Bootstrap panels. That means you can now have a title, as you can see there, prediction rankings. You can have rounded corners, as you see on the edges, and also as you see on the right hand side and underneath, if you scroll down to the bottom, you see a shadow effect. So these three things, title, shadow and rounded corners, just make each data table on Golf Predictor look a lot better. The actual way the data tables work or what they display hasn't changed. It's just that you can now see them encased in these much more aesthetically pleasing bootstrap panels. Another thing I've done is I've increased the height of each column so that the data tables look a lot better, and I've also changed the color of the column headers to that lighter shade of green so that it looks nice in the color scheme. So that's the first cosmetic upgrade to Golf Predictor. The data tables have been encased in these Twitter Bootstrap panels. Okay, to see the next updates that we've done on the cosmetic front, we'll click on Dustin Johnson's name, for example, and see the changes that are on the prediction data page. So if you click on Dustin Johnson's first name or surname, you'll be brought to the following page, which as usual I have preloaded on a separate tab. As you can see on this page, all the data panels have similarly been updated with Twitter Bootstrap. For example, you can see there the basic details have rounded corners and also a shadow, as have all the stats panels, general stats, DFS, DraftKings panel, season stats, course history stats, and so on. So all these panels have been updated in a similar way to the data table, where you have the rounded corners and the shadows and more space between the rows. So all these add up to a better display. Now also all these panels have one feature that the data tables that I showed you a few minutes ago do not, and that is if you click on the panel you can hide it. So you can collapse the panels just like that. So the old panels also are collapsible. So if you want to save some real estate, some screens real estate, or you're not interested in certain stats, you can simply click on them to collapse them and click on them again like that to show them again. So that's the first thing to note about these data pages, that they've also been updated with Twitter Bootstrap panels, and most of these are collapsible. Okay, the second thing to note on this page vis-a-vis cosmetic upgrades is if we go back up to the general panel, you can see some radial dials there to represent the percentage values on the page. For example, the GP score, which is a normalized percentage, and also the performance likelihood, which is also a percentage value. So this is just a little cosmetic update which allows you to show a graphic representation of a percentage to give you a better handle on it. Okay, so that's the another minor cosmetic upgrade. Now the next thing I'd like to show you is the upgrade that happened a few weeks ago to each of the pop-up charts that show on this page. So for example, if you wanted to see Dustin Johnson's season performance for 2015, you click on this chart icon. You see it shows you that the chart is loading, which is an enhancement on the previous charts, and also comes with the top panel with a title and also a bottom grey panel with a close button. So the charts are exactly the same as they used to be. The actual chart itself, as you can see there, you can hover over any data point to see the tournament, the week, the score, and if you made the cut or not. This high value here represents a withdrawal, so that's a default value of 300 for position, so that's why that's an outlier there. So again, the charts themselves haven't changed a bit, it's just that the display of them has been upgraded. So if you remember, the previous pop-up charts window had the same information but didn't look as nice. So basically this is also a Twitter Bootstrap modal, Twitter Bootstrap effect. It's a modal window and it's much nicer than the default Microsoft ones that I was using previously. we press close to go back to this page. So that's about it really for this tutorial. I just wanted to show you how the page looks a lot better now with the Twitter Bootstrap panels, the radial dials, and the Twitter Bootstrap pop-up modal windows. So the only thing I would like to say before I leave is that the other tutorials that I already recorded on this YouTube channel now show the old look. So I'm not going to go through all the time and agony of recreating all those tutorials, but just be aware of when you go into the site after looking at the tutorial that the actual site would look different from a data panel and data table point of view. The information displayed and the functionality is exactly the same, but they would just look better or nicer now. Okay, well that's about it for this tutorial. I hope you found it useful, and thanks for watching.